Good morning, everybody, and
Good morning,
welcome
Kris.
back to Marketing Monday, where we give our expert insights into current marketing news. I'm Kris Risner, the CEO of Vi Media, and across from me, I've got Eric Brown, president and partner at Vi Media. We've got some great topics to chat about today, so let's go ahead and hop into it, starting with the 1, 2, and 3 spot on Google and why they matter. So I want everybody...
You want me to lead you in? I got some great stuff right here.
Go for it.
All right, let me lead you in. So 1, 2, and 3 spot, just some quick stuff. The number one result in organic search engine rankings receives an average 31.7% of all traffic. So that's the number one spot. The number 2 spot gets about 25% of the traffic. The third spot gets about 19% of the traffic. You add that up, that's a majority of the traffic. Now, what's interesting is that moving up one spot in search engine rankings will increase traffic by 30% on average. Obviously, that depends on which position you are moving from and to, but that's about what we're looking at. So what that means is, and then okay, get this, the 10th spot on Google, 2.5% of traffic. So if you're not in the top 3 spots, you are missing out on a majority, if not almost all, of the traffic on Google.
Definitely. And that's just organic.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I talked about the 1, 2, and 3 spot, I was also going to discuss
Maps.
the map pack
Mm-hmm.
and Google Ads.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are really the 3 places that whenever, like if you pull out your phone right now, you search St. Louis roofs near me,
Mm-hmm.
there's actually going to be 4 main spots that you want to show up. One is going to be Google guaranteed ads.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty, like
Pay per
Google
call.
guaranteed you need to be in
Yep.
if you're a home service company.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's regular pay-per-click.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the map pack. And then after you get past all 3 of those, that's where you'll finally get to the organic search results. Google has been changing the way that they show search. It used to be organic was a lot higher. You might have 1 or 2 sponsored ads, but they are pushing their own products more and more. So your Google map, your Google business profile is one of the most important things as a local service company that you
Besides
can
your
work
website,
on. Yeah. And I mean, your website will help your Google business profile also. So, I mean, if you have a good website and a good business profile, then you should hopefully, I mean, the end goal is to show up at the top of the Google map pack and the top of organic search results.
Well, what's crazy about Google now is we just saw the other day they had 5 spots on ads.
Yeah.
Above everything else. So if you have Google guaranteed, that's your number one paid. You have 3 to 5 spots on ads. And then not only that, on the Google business profile, of course, if you're a local company, you want to pay to be that number 1 position on the Google business profile as well.
Yeah.
So
the
you
Google
get paid.
map pack.
So essentially almost the whole first half of the page on Google right now is paid. It's pay to play.
Yeah. Which is absolutely crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's crazy how like everything has to be paid. Like you can't just organic SEO. Like, is it going to matter in the future? I mean, it will. It will always matter because there's always
matter,
other.
Well, the
other
biggest thing
places
is
to
there's a
show
lot of
up,
people that use ad blockers and stuff.
That's true.
Like,
I don't see any ads.
I would never see Google ads if I didn't own a marketing agency.
Yeah, I have to turn it off whenever I go and look stuff up.
Yeah.
And that's whenever I was blown away by St. Louis Roofing and the fact that it was Google guaranteed, which actually had 3 businesses within it, which was its own like module.
Yep.
And then there was the Google ads, and then there was the Google map pack.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like 3
and
or 4.
One spot bought
One
there.
spot in the map pack.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yep. It's interesting. Yeah, that's why it's so important, though, to make sure that you're being found on Google by people searching. And making sure that you have a good strategy in place, not only for ads, but SEO. Because SEO, at the end of the day, like I said, a lot of people have ad blockers, so they don't see any of the Google ads ever.
Well, and people are becoming more cognizant of like, hey, this is an ad.
Yep.
And they don't hide it, at least. Like, it does say very clearly sponsored on the ads.
Yep.
But people recognize that it's an ad, and they don't necessarily want to click the ad. They want to see what's going to organically do better.
Mm-hmm. And we always get asked that question actually a lot by our clients. It's like, do people click, like, do people skip through ads? Well, some people do, but I mean, the majority of people, they search for something. They just want it right now. Give me the best. So.
And I mean, that also depends on your target audience. Younger audiences are going to skew towards skipping past it, I feel like. But older audiences might not know.
Yep.
which is where pay to play really becomes important.
Yep.
And with like home service companies, a lot of the people working with home service companies are going to be in that older age range.
Mm-hmm. If I'm searching for something, I almost always click on the ad because I want to critique their landing page.
Yeah, so I mean that's an important thing. We've talked about it recently too, but making sure too that whenever you have your ads, you're not going to just your website.
Yep.
You got to have a good landing
How
page.
many times do we see
You
that?
got to have an offer.
I guarantee right now, if we search roofers near me, we got, I'm not going to say the names because it doesn't matter. There are how many sponsored ads? We got 4 sponsored ads right now in Maryland Heights, Creve Coeur, where we're at. 3 of those ads are going to the homepage of the website. You can see that because of the direct URL that's being shown all the ads. I only see one that has a landing page because it's get.thebusinessname.com. So we know that that's going to be a landing page. But 3 of those people are sending them to the homepage of their website. And they're roofing companies. We're in that space. We know if you have a really well set up campaign, right now we're paying, 200, 250 a lead. I can't imagine what these people are paying.
Yeah.
1,000 a lead? Because
I
we
mean,
know
their website's not optimized.
Yeah, because we know conversion rates are huge. We try and aim for like a 15 to 20% conversion rate. If they're converting on a quarter of the people that we are, that means that they're spending 1,000 a lead.
That's crazy. I mean, that's not.
So if you're running ads, go ahead and see if your company's sending them to your website or to an actual landing page that's built out to convert those people. Because if it's going to the website, your company's doing you a disservice. Big one at that.
Yeah, I mean, websites just aren't built to convert. They are built to convert, but not in the same way as a landing page.
Correct.
It's not as direct. And whenever you have somebody that comes into an ad, like it's intent-based marketing. They want, like you said, they want what they want and they want it quickly.
Yeah.
So you're able to convert so much faster versus a website where you're gonna want to walk through them, walk them through your testimonials and your history and everything else.
Yep.
Before you try to convert them, and that just doesn't work.
Yep, exactly. And people get distracted. You got a big ass site, they're like, ooh, and then they're like, all right, next. Landing pages literally built strictly for what they search for and converting them. That's it. We don't care about Google. We don't care about SEO. All we care about is that person and turning them into a prospect. And then, of course, hopefully a client.
With that being said, speaking of Google, what other big news did you want to talk about with Google?
Yeah, so I think that this was probably last week or so, but Google Alphabet has been talking to its advisors about the possibility of making an offer for HubSpot, an online marketing software company with a market value of $35 billion. So the reason I bring this up is I think it's interesting. Do you think that they are going to try and incorporate HubSpot into Google Ads? Or do you think they're just trying to have a CRM under their belt and a online marketing platform, essentially? What do you think the goals are here for Google if they were to acquire this? Obviously, HubSpot kills it. It's a good acquisition no matter what. They're going to make a lot of money in the long run. Stock price, I'm sure, is going to be happy with that.
It's been a while since I've actually looked through HubSpot and saw how much they've got going on.
Yep.
Whenever I originally looked at HubSpot,
it's sales
it was
automation.
Just the CRM, but there's sales, there's marketing automation, content marketing software, operations software, B2B commerce.
They're fully integrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that honestly, Google's probably just trying to get. They probably want to own the entire funnel of, because they get the most of their money from Google Ads.
Yeah.
And so that's companies working with them. Now, if they do Google Ads and then the Google Ads ties into their CRM, so they can do leads directly into their CRM.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing that we're trying to do with what we do.
Yep.
But they're going to be able to own pretty much the entire pipeline for a small business.
Yeah, it's smart. Hey,
and
here's a Google Smart
Google
campaign.
Workspace.
Here's a CRM to track it.
Yeah.
Your awful spend.
And they've got their Google Gemini.
Yep.
So their AI. So they can tie that in with everything.
Ugh. Did they relaunch that?
I mean, they would. Yeah. So all the workspace, you can add it as an add-on.
Oh, okay. Did they open back up the image functionality?
I don't know. I don't have we don't have the Gemini.
That thing was that whole
the Gemini is like hilarious. A paid add-on, not the free AI.
Okay. But yeah, that makes sense. They're owning the whole pipeline.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that entirely. And I think, you know, I guarantee HubSpot has a shitload of data, like a ton of data.
Oh, so much data.
Because I think when a CRM, I don't know for sure, but I would assume a CRM is it proprietary? Or we use Pipedrive. I wonder if Pipedrive just has. I guess they can see everything. They have access to all that stuff.
So I mean, it probably depends. HubSpot, I mean, their big thing is their free CRM.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably have it in their terms of service that they have access to everything if you're on a free plan.
Yep.
I would hope that private plans, and this is something we actually probably should look into.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But I would
I
hope
never even
that if
thought
we're
about it.
actually paying for a CRM, you would think that they're giving you a little bit of privacy
Mm-hmm.
because you don't want them to have your clients.
No.
I mean, you don't want that data getting out.
Correct.
And I can't imagine that they're going to allow that data to get out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But a free CRM, I mean, it's kind of a free game at that point.
Well, the
Because
reason
if you're not paying for a product, you are the product.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Look at social media.
Exactly.
And the other good I don't necessarily know if this is like a bad move by Google. It makes a lot of sense, but the other reason we wanted to talk about this is just the standpoint of having a CRM in your business. There are so many times that we talk to home service companies or even professional service companies that they're still using notebooks.
Well, it's
They
usually
don't-
those home
or like
service
an
companies
Excel
that
sheet.
have been around for 20
Yeah,
years.
or an Excel
and they
sheet,
just
but they can't track anything. So if you're spending money on marketing, you know, it's not enough just to be like, hey, how'd you find us? Oh, Google. It's like, we just talked about how many spots there are on Google. Where at on Google? Google guaranteed. So that's where tracking and stuff like that comes into place. And not only that, but moving those people into a CRM. That way you could track how well your marketing efforts are doing. So you can see the different channels you're spending money on and then look at where those jobs are actually coming from, closing. And then you can get a good idea on, hey, you know, what's working? Why isn't something working? And does it make sense to continue to advertise here or move budget over to what's working well?
I mean 100%. I mean that's all of it.
Yeah.
I got nothing to add. You pretty much covered it all on that.
All right. You got anything else? You got anything else before we get out of here?
Did you know that HubSpot also does meeting scheduling and a chat bot?
It makes sense.
And I mean, you got to think about all the data that they've got from everybody.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
But I've never seen anybody use a like HubSpot meeting scheduler. Calendly kind of owns the market on that.
I've seen a couple of people use it. Not very often though.
Yeah.
All right. That is all the time we have for this week. As always, we have Marketing Monday. It comes out every Monday. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. If we said something wrong you disagree with, if you like us, if you think we're smart guys, leave us a comment. We also release other videos on this channel as well, Vi Media channel, about marketing, about small businesses, about how to grow your business. So please follow. And then also, if you want to look at our individual content, Eric Kempf Brown online. I am Kris Risner. Kris here across the board. We'll see you all soon. Thank you. Peace.